Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 182. I left my notes over there and I'm too lazy to go get them. I'll start this over. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 181 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, October 21st, 2023, and it's a gorgeous day out there. It was cold and rainy yesterday, but it's only a few clouds in the sky right now. Temperature's not bad. I think it's in the upper 50s, lower 60s, which is perfect temperature, according to me. So it looks like a gorgeous day out there. I haven't been outside yet, and I'm not going outside at all today for anything, but it looks nice. Anyway, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by to visit. I hope you have fun here. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back for another week to see what I've been up to. I'm always so happy to have you come back here week after week to see what kind of shenanigans I've been up to. Everyone who pops by my channel, it makes my day. It really does make my day. So, I'm trying to set a little challenge for myself. And let's vote here. What do you think I'm going to do first? Hit 1,000 subscribers? Or 200 episodes. I'm almost at 700 subscribers now, I think it is, close to 700. And I'm at 182 episodes. So do you think we can hit 1,000 subscribers before I hit 200 episodes? If you haven't subscribed yet, go for it. No charge. Anyway, so thank you so much everyone for coming by to see what I've been up to. So if you've been following my channel, you know I've been participating in Vlogtober. And I warned you at the beginning of the month, sometimes my days are pretty boring. Sometimes the only exciting thing in my day is what I ate, and that's not very exciting. So, leftover spaghetti and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm still having fun doing that and just documenting and chatting with you every single day. I'm going to do it again in December for Vlogmas. And I'll take a break in November for most of the month on vlogging daily, but I'll come back in December and do that again. So I have all kinds of new things I'm going to start knitting in December, and advent yarns to open up and all kinds of fun stuff. So it won't be as uneventful as October is. But anyway, I have fun doing it. And I know there's probably some of you that just watch the regular vlog or the regular podcast episode once a week and don't have the time or the interest in the daily vlogs. That's all good. So what have I been up to this past week? I've spent a little bit of time working on my October sort of Shorty Socks. And I've spent the majority of my time working on my Geog Gradients shawl. I have some yarn that's arrived. There's more on the way. It'll be here sometime today. The mailman hasn't delivered it yet. The original tracking said it would be delivered between 8:45 and 12:45 today. It's now 1 o'clock. No package. And the tracking's been updated to it will be here before 8 o'clock tonight. So when I saw that, I thought, nah, it's not going to be here in the morning. Our mail is never here in the morning. Never. So it's, at best, it'll be here 11:30, 12 o'clock is the earliest it gets here. Just the way our mailman does his route, he doesn't get to our place until usually early afternoon. Whether the parcels come differently, I don't know. They might, but I'll talk about that later. So my first work in progress that I've spent a fair bit of time this week, or not a fair bit of time, a little bit of time this week, is living in my Moonstone Dye Works project bag. And these are my October toe up, 2 at a time sort of shorty socks. The yarn comes from my 12-day 50-gram advent calendar that I bought last year. And instead of opening it up over the 12 days of Christmas, I opted to open them up each of the 12 days. I opened one per month throughout the entire, or will be opening them up one a month for the entire calendar year for 2023. So here's my progress on my October socks. I am starting, have I started? I'm about to start the gusset increasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I've still got 4 rounds to do on the foot. So this is all I've done this week from the little cat marker upwards. So I'm gonna have to pick up the speed. It's the 21st and I'm not quite half done these socks. I need to get a wiggle on and do a bit more time on these guys this week coming up, or they won't be done on time. So here's my progress again from the little marker upwards. And again, each of these blue markers along the side mark 10 rounds of knitting. So after my toe, I knit 55 rounds before I start the gusset increasing, and that takes another 20 rounds, which puts me to just the right length to begin the heel turn and heel flap for my particular foot size. It's done on 2.25 millimeter needles, or US 1, and I cast on, or it's 64 stitch. And I like this color. I really enjoy the lightly speckled, lightly variegated yarns. And these are the other, let's get this guy out of the way. And you can see my stack of my 12-day sort of shorty socks. So this is number 10, and there's 2 more that are left to, 2 more left to open. So that's the box that they came in. And like I say, I've got day 11, or month 11 and 12. Yeah, 11 and 12 left to open. So if they continue in the same rhythm, this one will be a semi-solid, and this one will be lightly speckled. All of them have come through in that kind of rhythm. There will be one month is a semi-solid or a tonal, then the next month is lightly speckled, and then it alternates. So far for the first 10 months, it's alternated that way from tonal to lightly speckled, back and forth. So I'm assuming, maybe this is a mistake, I'm assuming that day 11 will be a tonal and 12 will be lightly speckled. We shall see. We'll find out what the November yarn looks like on the 1st of November, and the same for October, or the 12th one we'll find out on the 1st of December. And then I will have 12 pair of sort of shorty socks. Just sipping a bit of iced tea. So I've really enjoyed, I've absolutely loved doing this one pair of sort of shorty socks every month, opening up this advent calendar. It's been, I have loved this, and I'm planning on continuing something similar into the new year. So those are my sort of shorty socks. I will show, no, I'll do this in a systematic order. The other project I've spent quite a bit of time working on this week has been my Geog Gradients Stephen West Mystery Knit Along shawl, and I'm still working on clue number 2. I know clue number 3 came out a couple days ago. I cannot keep up with his mystery knit-alongs. Sometimes I manage to get clue number 1 done during the first week, and then I fall behind, and then more behind. And I'm fine with that. I know that. I know I cannot keep up, and I just relax and enjoy the process. I try not to look at spoilers. I have not seen a spoiler for clue 3 yet. So, and I printed out clue 3, and I skimmed through the instructions, and I can't visualize or understand what's happening in clue 3, but I haven't looked at it that carefully. So we will find out that soon enough. So the yarn I'm using for my Stephen West MKAL is Whole Super Soft, and for the pattern it calls for 4 colors in a gradient. So I'm using 4 shades of gray. The first one is I can't remember the names of them. And one of them is Slate. Graphite is the darkest. Slate is the second darkest. Flannel is the second darkest, and the second lightest. And the lightest one is, I think, silver gray. All the information, the link to my project page will be down below, which will have a couple spoiler pictures in it, and the colors are listed there. But I think there's silver gray, flannel gray, slate, and graphite are the 4 colors. I'm pretty sure those are the colors. And I'm using the recommended needle size. I get gauge with that, so I think those were 3.5 millimeter, I think. Again, all that information is down below. So I'm going to show you my progress in just a minute, and I will put a spoiler alert here, and I will tell you what time it's safe to come back and look if you don't want to see it yet. If you're farther ahead than I am, so if you are already in clue 3, you already know what clue 2 looks like, so it won't be a spoiler for you. I hear siren in the distance. It will probably be getting closer to us soon. Yeah, let's just wait till he passes, or they pass. There they are. Ambulance heading down that way towards the hospital. The major noise is because just a little ways back is an intersection, so they make a lot of noise going through that intersection. So, but anyway, there's a little rabbit trail. So I'm going to show you my progress, so I will put a spoiler alert here and let you know what time it's safe to come back. So I will be showing it in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So here is where I am now. I'm going to try to show it without having things come off the needles, because then I would probably cry. And it's going to be hard to show because it's kind of all scrunchy bunchy now. But here is where I'm at now. Again, these things are so awkward to show when they are midway through. This is kind of what it's going to look like so far. And I'm really liking the way my colors are playing. So again, this is kind of hard to see where it's kind of all scrunchy bunchy on the needles. Last time I had not quite finished clue 1. Where's my marker? There it is. Last time I was almost done clue number 1. I still had color A and color B left to finish. And right now I have Clue 2. The first half is done. So I've done the, oh goodness. I'm getting tangled up. Clue 2 on the first half of Clue 2, I have finished on the one side. So it's this pretty little eyelet detail. And on Clue 2, the second half, I have done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12 of the color repeats. So I still need to do the darkest color, and then I need to do one more full repeat of the 2 eyelet sets, going from the light to the dark, lightest to darkest one more time. So I've quit showing the fabric now, so if you're farther behind than I am and you've been looking away, it's safe to look back now. So I have Clue 1 is complete. Clue number 2, I'm at about 75%, almost 75% done Clue 2. Or 75% done the second half of Clue 2. So as I say, I fall behind every year. So with Clue number 2, I'm hoping to finish it this weekend, and I'm hoping I'm ready to get going on Clue 3 sometime tomorrow or Monday. Then hopefully I can finish that quickly. Not holding my breath on that. Because I probably won't finish Clue 3 in time to get Clue 4 done when Clue 4 comes out next Thursday. But I'm fine with that. I don't think I will ever finish a mystery shawl in the month-long period that the clues are coming out. And I'm okay with that. So far I'm really enjoying the pattern. It's not overly complicated. It's not overly out there. Everybody knows that Stephen West patterns can be out there. So far I'm really enjoying the knit. And I'm enjoying the straightforwardness. Is that even a word? I'm enjoying that it's straightforward and it's not a complicated knit. As I say, I haven't looked at Clue 3 very carefully yet, so I don't know if Clue 3 is going to if it's going to be trickier or if it's going to be another one that's relatively straightforward. I will find out in a while. So that's my progress on my Geog Gradients shawl. The other thing I've worked on a fair bit this week is my latest diamond art painting. And so pretty much all the top part is done, and I'm getting down to just the bottom portion left to do. So I'm probably about 3/4 of the way finished with this, and I like the look of this pattern. I think it's turning out really fun. It's a really neat, it's a nice Halloween-y pattern. I'm kind of hoping I can have it done in time for Halloween. That might not happen, because I'm spending a lot of time working on Geog Gradient. We shall see. But it is a project I'm having a lot of fun with. I've really started to love doing these diamond art paintings. I find they're just a lot of fun. So that's my other non-knitting work in progress. My other crafting shenanigan I've been up to. Also, in the last little while, I've got a few orders for stash enhancement that have been ordered or should be coming in the mail in the next little while. what can we do? So this is my one bit of yarn that's come in. It arrived a couple days ago. I think Wednesday it arrived. And what it is 3 skeins of opal or opal. I'm not sure. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm not sure which is the exact way to pronounce it. But this is the 4-ply. And I'm not sure, is that even focusing? Put my glasses on, see if that's even focusing. That's just all fuzzy. Come on. It does not want to focus on that. It's not even in English anyway, so I can't read it. Anyway, there are 3 100 grams of opal or opal 4-ply sock yarn, 100% wool. Gets a super wash, and it is in medium gray, or the color is 5193 is the colorway. So I ordered these from Wool Warehouse in the UK. It arrived quite quickly to come from the UK over here to the US. It came pretty quickly, and the prices are fantastic. I think it might be dangerous to know that the prices are good at Wool Warehouse and that it arrives quick and easy. That might be dangerous to know. But anyway, what I'm planning on doing with that is I have also ordered, and that's what I'm waiting for today, is I've ordered a 24-day mini advent calendar, opal advent calendar. So what it is 24 different 20-gram skeins of opal 4-ply sock yarn. And so there are different colorways, there are different patterns, different stripies, all of that. And it is an advent calendar. So what I'm going to do with those is I will open each of them each day during Advent, but I think I'm going to use them in the same way I used my 50-gram 12-day Advent calendar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, as I open each of them up, I'm going to make 24 individual pair of mismatched sort of shorty socks. The toes, the heels, and the cuffs are going to be in this medium gray. So they will all have the same, sorry, I've got a hair in my eye. They will all have the same toes, heels, and cuffs, and each of them will be different with the 20-gram. So they will be in the same style as these kind of socks, where I'm suspecting that they're all going to be close to the same length, so that I will end up with the same amount of, the cuffs will look the same on each of them. We'll find out once I get them and I get the first pair done. But I am planning on working my way through them as 24 mismatched sort of shorty socks. And this idea I saw with Lisa from Knit All the Yarn podcast. She has gone through from one of her last year advent calendars. She took the 20-gram minis and did 24 mismatched socks. I think she's got all 24 done now. If not, she's close. And she was using the same color. It was I think Dove Heather from Knit Pick Stroll, and she was using those for her toes, heels, and cuffs. She did hers top down and did an afterthought heel, and she has a smaller stitch count going around the foot, so hers come out a little bit longer than mine will, but mine will be toe up, and they will have the gray toes, heels, and we'll see how far we get on the cuff with those, or how much cuff there will be on each of those. There might just be a pop of color. It might be a full cuff. We shall see once I get going with them. So that project I will not be starting until potentially December. More likely I'm going to do that as a year-long. I don't want to say make-along because I don't know if I'll start a make-along for it. But I do want to do that as a year-long project, like I've been doing with my 12 days 50-gram skeins, where I do one pair, one of the days each month. So what I might do with these is I will take day 1 and 2 and make a pair of mismatched socks in January, then day 3 and 4 in February, and so on. Or I might go through them a little bit faster. I don't know. I will be opening up each of the yarns over the Advent season this winter. So you will see all the yarns ahead of time, and then I will come back to them January, February, March, and so on, and I will do 24 socks. And they'll be similar enough because they're all the same yarn. And I specifically wanted to get the gray yarn to do the toes, heels, and cuffs in the exact same kind of yarn as the actual Advent calendar yarn is going to be. So I wanted to make sure that I had the same yarn, the same thickness of yarn, all of that. They would be exactly the same. So that's why I specifically ordered 3 skeins of the medium gray to use with the Advent calendar. So that's my plan with one of my Advent calendars. I also have 2 other Advent calendars that are going to be coming, or equivalent of Advent calendars. And those are my Freckled Whimsy Advent self-striping yarn. So I will be making with that, I plan on doing the same thing I did with last year's Advent self-striping skein from Freckled Whimsy. I plan on making 2 pair of sort of shorty socks, and I will use 24 colors on 1 pair of socks, starting at one end and going up to the top, and then I'll reverse the color sequence and start with the opposite end and do a second pair, because I am able to get 2 complete pair of socks out of the Advent self-striping skein of yarn. So that's the plan with that one. And then I also have a Advent calendar coming from Chickadee Fiber Arts Fibers. That has not shipped. Neither Freckled Whimsy has not shipped yet either. That won't be shipping until next month, sometime in November. And I am planning with the Freckled Whimsy. I will start one of the pair of socks on the 1st of December, and I will do one color per day. I'll try to do 1 color per day. And that's 5 rounds on both socks. It'll be 5 rounds. So that should be something that is doable to keep up with. The only part I'll get behind on, the only section that'll slow me down is getting the heel turn and heel flaps done. I'll have to do some extra time to get that done to keep up in time. Then I'll do the second pair later. The Chickadee Fiber Arts, or the Chickadee Fibers, will be shipped out sometime in November as well. That's another 24-day Advent calendar, mini skeins with a full skein at the for Christmas Day. I have not decided yet what I'm going to make with that. I haven't decided yet. I might do the large project from the knit vent, Helen Stewart's knit vent for 2023. I bought that package a little while back. So once I see what the pattern looks like, I might use that. I might use it to, the other thing I'm thinking of using it for is to make myself an Ariana cardigan. And do it in like Alex from My Yarny Corner did. And do all different squares from the advent calendar. I'll see how far a 20-gram skein, if I get 1 or 2 squares out of that, granny squares out of that are the correct size to make the sweater. And then I'll use a bare yarn for joining it, because I just love her Ariana sweater that she made last year. Just gorgeous. I am thinking that might be what I do with it. And that way I probably could manage to knit or crochet a granny square per day with that color. And then maybe use the extra yarn to maybe make 2 squares and use the extra to make a pair of scrappy socks. I don't know. I haven't quite decided, but I think that's what my plans are for that one. So December is going to be a busy knitting month for me, and I'm excited for it. I'll also potentially have an advent scarf to work on as well, although I haven't heard any details about that yet. I don't know if it's happening or not happening. I don't know yet. And we usually don't find out till the beginning of November if it will happen or not. We shall see. Although I'm tempted to message the designer on Ravelry and see if it might be happening this year. We'll see. So December is going to be busy for me. It always is. So they might actually have more things to show you during Vlogmas if I'm keeping up with and doing a lot of those Advent knitting projects all month. Advent knitting and crochet. And otherwise, not much else. I thought this might be a short episode. Nope. Considering I talk to you every single day, I can still talk to you for more than a half an hour now. As I've said, I get paid to talk. That's my job. I get paid to talk. That's my day job. So anyway, I'm going to let you go now, and I will see you guys again in a week, or tomorrow morning if you watch my Vlogtober posts. Either way, I'll see you again soon. Bye now.